I went in hospital, I was yellow, I had yellow eyes, I had jaundice, I had organ failure. And all I could think about was drink. Got rushed up to the ward, got told that I had hours to live. My children got phoned saying Dad's going to die today. Hello, I'm Big Dan, aka Danny Ramson, inspiration to a lot of people. The living legend. Like I say living, because I nearly died.
Yeah, so first question, what was your childhood like?
My childhood was absolutely horrendous. There was no abuse, no sexual abuse, nothing like that. Just usual, inner city, working town crap. Not a lot of money about, not a lot of privileges, not a lot of holidays. You know, you just deal with the cards you got, and my cards weren't dealt very well.
When did you start drinking and when did it become a problem?
I started drinking about 12-year-old when I got expelled from my first school, high school. On the second day I had a fight with the cock of the school. And then I got expelled. I went to the shop, bought 6 German beers and got pissed in my granddad's front room watching an antique programme.
What impacts does it have on your life when you're an addict?
The impacts of your life when you're an addict, everything. It impacts you, impacts your families, your kids, everybody around you, your work life, your neighbours, anybody. If you're an addict, you're a drinker, you're a drug taker, it affects everybody around you. Because if you're a drinker, you're a selfish bastard. If you're an addict, you're a selfish bastard. You're self-centred. All we do is hurt people. The impacts you have on your life if you're a drinker or you're a drug taker, you're probably walking around living in anxiety-ridden body, because that's what happens to a lot of people who have a drink problem or a drug problem. They drink and they take drugs to combat their anxiety. It's no good.
What was the worst point of your addiction?
My worst point of addiction was getting rushed to hospital, being on a bed, told that I had hours to live, my children on the way up to the hospital to say bye-bye to the dad, the vicar hanging around the bottom of the ward, I was yellow. I had 16 litres of fluid took out my stomach. I was going to have organ failure, yellow eyes, yellow skin, white poo, brown wee, yellow eyes, everything. I had the full hit. That is the worst part of drinking addiction. I had hours to live, and luckily God kept me here, and now I help hundreds and hundreds of people a year not make the mistakes Big Dan did.
When did you realise you needed to stop and how did you do that?
I realised I needed to stop. When I came out of hospital, I was still drinking. That was a near death from organ failure. I couldn't stop drinking, it was horrendous. And I had to go and see a liver specialist. And he told me, if you drink anymore, you're not going to see Christmas. So I had to stop, I had to eat healthy, I had to completely change my life. I was once a weak man, and then I had to turn back into a big strong Dan. You have seen the best person here. This is the best person. The worst person was left in the hospital.
How did your mindset change after your addiction?
Your mindset changes. Happiness is the key to everything. And if you're drinking to be happy, you're taking drugs to be happy, you're not an happy person. Happiness, it should be within, not without or that.
What does life look like now for you?
Life looks absolutely fantastic. As you see in my pictures on this video, I was horrible. I was near death, I was a disgusting human being. When I look at myself, I was disgraced how bad I got. Now this is the real Dan. My life is fantastic. I don't have to drink to make myself happy, I don't have to take cocaine to make myself happy. Remember, behind every good person, there's a good plan. Do something you don't want to do every day. You'll have a fantastic life.
Do you think there's a chance of relapsing?
There's more chance of me relapsing than winning the lottery 3 times. Not one chance.
How long did you use cocaine and drink for?
I drunk beer for 28 years. Beer, vodka, wine. If it was wet, I drunk it. Cocaine I used for about 22 years. Horrendous, horrendous living. Do not do what I did. Don't do what Big Dan did, because I was a lucky one. You might not be lucky next time.
Do you think there's a stigma attached to addiction?
There is a stigma attached to addiction and drinking, but if you're a drinker or you're a sniffer or whatever you do, you don't care, because we're selfish people. We don't care what people think, we don't care what our kids think, we don't care what our partners think. All we're bothered about is us. Drinking, taking drugs. We don't care about anybody else. Once you stop drinking, once you stop taking drugs, you become the real you. And that's the thing that people love.
What's the effects like of using cocaine and why do you think it's so addictive?
The effects of having cocaine is it blocks out reality. We have to remember life is shit. We wake up, life is hard. You take cocaine to make yourself happy. Happy people don't take cocaine. Happy people don't really drink. We only do it because we're fed up. Life's hard, deal with it. You don't have to deal with it by putting something up your nose or doing that. Man up or woman up, be strong, be a good husband, be a good wife, be a good dad, be a good mum. Don't do what Big Dan would have done. I don't want people to make the same mistakes I did. I've had a fantastic life, but also it's been absolutely horrendous. If I would have cut drink out and no drugs, who knows what I might have been. I might not be making this documentary, but I'm here to tell my story. My story is I abused my body, I abused my family, I abused my loved ones, I abused everybody about me. Don't do the same mistakes that I did, because looking back, really, my life was horrendous. Who knows where I'll be now? I could be a professional boxer, I could be a footballer, I could be an astronaut, but I'm not.
I wanted to ask you, what's it like to help people? We've obviously just heard you have a conversation with someone, and you seem to really get through to it, which a lot of people don't.
The way I help people is simple as this. Everything's not going to be okay. You have to make it okay yourself. You can't help somebody beat addiction unless you beat it yourself. It's a known fact. I am the best at what I do. I have compassion, I have empathy, but I'm also firm but effective. I don't have failure. I don't want anybody to be a picture on a mantelpiece. I want everyone to have a dad, a mum, a brother, a sister, an auntie or uncle. I don't want anybody to get how I was, because I was that close to death. It's unbelievable. That's why I do. All my passion is it goes into my work. I am the best at what I do because I've got knowledge. Without knowledge, you've got nothing. And Big Dan's got lots of knowledge. Please, if you're struggling, get in touch with me. Talk to Big Dan. You will not regret it. If you have to think twice, don't do it. Remember the great words from the great man. Don't do what Big Dan has done.